Hi, welcome. How are you doing? Well, I want to film a video today. I have no idea what do I want to say. I'm just like, I really want to film a video, and I'm like, I'll find an excuse to do it. I'll find an excuse to film a video, so here I am. This is maybe a message for some of you, instead of self-sabotage, because me, myself, I did self-sabotage this for a long while. Find an excuse to do it, to do the one thing that you know you should do, okay? For if you're trying to start in social media, let me tell you, just do it. If you want to start a podcast, just do it. What do I mean by this? You don't need to have everything planned out. You don't need to have a schedule. You don't need anything. Just get the phone in front of you and start talking. Like I'm literally doing right now. 5 haven't the time resisted that. Wow. Also, today I woke up and I look better, don't I? I look prettier also. Prettier every day. Cheers. But the energy today is so beautiful. It's like the type of day that you would go outside, sit on a bench or whatever, and just have a full day nap under the sun. My favorite types of days. I literally love it. I love it so much. And we had a lot of cloudy days here. So this is like one of the first sunny days we have, and it's getting warmer and I love it so much. 0202, I am not a winter girl. I am not. I love my summer. I love my summer. Oh. I love it so much. I also think summer is kind of this energy of peak. In summer, all vacations around the world, 222, are in summer. So like rest, rejuvenate, just like holidays. I don't know, I love it so much. This is the energy today, guys. I'm just, it's a little bit like I'm in love energy, when you're just like, but it's more like with the day, with life. I love it so much. I'm so excited. Well, I want to tell you something. Lately, I'm the type of person that I love studying, but not studying as in I love to go to school. No, studying as in I love finding all the information 0303 on the timer that's necessary to, go in a debate and know what you're talking about. I just love that. I just love it. And I've been doing this thing, right? Because sometimes I always say my mind sometimes feels like I have this infinite pit in which I'm just balancing ping pong balls, okay? And I've found a way to bounce those ping pong balls 333 out of the box, out of my brain. And it's by writing. Like I already knew long time. I've known that writing is fantastic. It's fantastic for anxiety. It's fantastic for when you have this idea, this something that is not fully tangible. When you have a concept that you cannot fully grasp. Writing is fantastic. And I actually want to read something that I just wrote, because this has been on my mind for a long time, and it's about superficiality, right? I'm realizing that we have but it's pretty normalized, okay? That taking care of oneself, looks and everything, and being like, I care about my appearance, it's superficial. However, here are my thoughts on that. I literally just wrote a fucking thesis on it, okay? Quote. Superficiality, it's not caring about your looks, but thinking all there is to a person is just in the looks. Meaning, I'm not superficial for taking care of my looks. It's not superficial if I decide to look pretty. If I decide, no, wait, but I don't like this, I like it better in this color, wait, no, let's change this, 0505, on the timer. It's not superficial to want to look good. It's not superficial to put effort into your appearance. Your appearance is nothing but a small reflection of all that's within you, right? Superficial is to think that all there is to a person is just the way they look. Okay, and I did this little funnel so that you understand. I literally wrote pages, okay, but it's gonna be brief. You're gonna like this. It says, their true self, it's like a little funnel, okay? It says, their true self, meaning my true self, my life experiences, my actions and my personality, my looks, okay? And I was like theorizing on this, right? And I was like, well, not only am I realizing that superficiality, it's what superficial people think superficiality is. Meaning, the person that thinks that someone is superficial for taking care of their looks is superficial. You know what I mean? Because superficial is to think that something is only the exterior, the core, the shell, right? Which, in hindsight, judging a book by its cover, being like, oh my gosh, it's so superficial, not to say that you do that, is sometimes people are actually superficial like that, right? But to believe that taking care of your looks is strictly superficial is superficial. I know! That's crazy. Let me, just a second. I wanted to close the window because I felt like someone's hearing this. Okay, do you want to hear my thesis? My thesis? Do you? Well, I'm gonna read it right now because I think this is life-changing information, okay? There we go. Okay, it says, a person's looks are nothing but a mirror of their internal world. How we are dictates how we're treated. How we're treated, how we treat others and in our lives, and how we treat ourselves is notorious on how we dress and how we present ourselves to the world. Looks are not shallow, but the misconception that someone takes care of their physical image is shallow is. Okay, the reason why I'm reading all weird is because my handwriting is sometimes a little bit over the place. Okay, so I'm trying to find myself. Okay, our looks, our first impression is important. Just like a book's cover, a book must not be judged by its cover. Yet the cover is that what draws you into the book or past it. Oh my god. What I'm trying to say is, guys, listen, I love you. What I'm trying to say is, looks are just about 10% of who you are, right? It's like this small hint, It's like a trailer of you, okay? Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna expand on that. I don't know if I want to, but yeah, basically while I was doing this, I realized I don't want, to go to classes and study what other people did and go and just read books and remember facts and storylines and whatever. I don't. I want to study myself. Ooh, potent. 0909 on the timer. I want to study myself, and it's a little bit basically what philosophy is to begin with, baseline. But at the same time, I have knowledge on other things, so I think it would be more like a socio-cultural, like study. I don't know, but I think it's so interesting. I never thought about it. That you can actually just sit and study yourself, study your thoughts, study what you know. That basically is philosophy. But you can also back up your philosophy with facts. Like, I don't know, body language, psychology, neuroscience. Those are my 3 majors. I love them. But yeah, I think a little bit I've always been trying to kind of fit my ways into the molds. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so if you like this, I don't know, find a course and study it. And it's like, yeah, you can, but don't be bound to it. You know? I like it, and I am no intention of getting a course for it. For other things, I'm like, yeah, I would actually get a course about it. Yeah. And also, not all of us learns the same way. But yeah, kind of want to just rant a little bit. I really just wanted an excuse to come and talk to you guys. I love filming videos. So yeah, if you feel like you would like filming videos, just do it. I personally, let me tell you something, I personally was like, when I started filming videos, I was scared that I would get a backlash from people from my past. 11:11 on the timer. And I was like, oh my god, whatever. So I created an extra account. This is my extra account. This is not my main account. I created an extra account, 1122, and I started posting on this account. At first, I was like, well, I'm just gonna post, because I got a channel, I got a super strong channel, and I was like, I needed to post this. So I filmed it, and I feel like, ooh, like, I didn't get the channel across as I wanted it to, but I really enjoyed it, and I was like, I really want to post this, and then I was like, ooh, do I? And I just pushed myself, and I said, just do it, just post it. No one's gonna comment on it, no one's gonna like it, no one's gonna see it, and you're gonna be so relieved. And that it actually happened. No one commented on it. I think to this day it has only 1 view. And basically without any eyes on me. And the reason I say this is because it may be a little bit, relieving to know that I posted up until this video and I've gotten almost no eyes on me. And basically what it's been doing for me, I've been building my confidence. Like, I was very confident before, but now I can actually, sit and film a video and be so okay with it. Just like come and talk to you guys. I love it. So yeah, start. It's not supposed to come flying to the roof the first time, right? There's this thing that I always hear, successful people talk about. Successful people, right? Because who are we to say who's successful? I think that's, a description you can only give yourself. But successful people always say, make mistakes as fast as you can so that you can do it better. And I was always like, you're telling me to make mistakes purposefully? And I was like, are you sure? That doesn't make many sense, But then I started understanding it, For example, sometimes I would like to draw, and it would always be this thing that I have exactly the drawing that I want, on my head, and then I would just grab the pencil and be like, okay, but where do I start? If I start here, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I go, right? And I just get stuck here, like, I'm like, how do I start the drawing, right? Because I want to do it right, but the thing is I never actually started, so I never actually get the chance, right? And specifically with drawings, you need to make a line at least, because it's just a blank piece of paper. You have no proportion, you don't understand, okay? And that's what I'm trying to tell you to do. 14 on that timer. Do your first line, okay? It doesn't need to be perfect immediately, and it could be. It very well could be, but if you never start, you're never gonna know if you need to change something or not. Let me tell you this story. Once I wanted, I really wanted this interview, and I thought I really wanted this interview, so I went and whatever. I needed to film this video, 1 minute of just me talking about whatever, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna talk about? And I postponed it for so long, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I don't care, and I just filmed the video really fast, and I said, okay, they're not gonna take me, it's okay. I got that off my chest, and I literally, it was solved in 8 minutes. Okay, I spent like a week. Oh, a little bird. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Like, I spent like a fucking week, like a literal week, trying to film the video, being like, oh, the lighting, oh, this, or whatever. And I just literally just, at one point, I said, whatever, I'm just gonna do it. I didn't fix the lighting. I fixed nothing. I grabbed my cell phone and I went, hi, blah, blah, blah. You know, I just started filming it. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. If I don't get the job, I don't care. I sent the video and I got the job. I literally got the job. Could you believe it? Could you believe it? And I personally do not believe in laziness. I believe that laziness is nothing but a reflection of something within us. So, for example, my laziness, my procrastination was nothing but my perfectionism. And there's moments and moments, right? Sometimes it was my perfectionism. I really wanted to do this, and my perfectionism was like, okay, but if we want to do it, we want to do it right. But I cannot do it right. You know, I cannot nail the drawing if I don't place the pen in the paper first. That's what that phrase means, you know? The make mistakes fast and whatever. That's what it means, is throw yourself into the water. Don't expect to know everything right away, okay? You want to be an influencer? Well, stop procrastinating and start doing it. Just stop self-sabotaging, okay? Stop self-sabotaging, because sometimes we do this thing that's like, I really want to do this, but what? But what? Let me tell you, you're only stopping yourself. If you want to stop yourself, then stop yourself. Don't do it. If you want to do it, then do it. Sometimes it is just like, just do it. I personally have learned the art of just pushing myself into doing the things that I know I want to do. Because sometimes my mind plays tricks with me. And it's like, oh, I don't really want to. And then I go, wait, stop. And it's like I pop out of my own head and I go, do I want to? Yes. Why am I saying I don't want to? 1717. Because I feel it's gonna take some effort, or because blah blah blah, or because I'm scared of, you know, and I find a reason and I go, oh, okay. No, we're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna do it anyways. And sometimes it's even like, let's say I'm about to go to sleep and they ask me to wash the dishes and I'm over there like, but then I'm like, okay, do I rather face the consequences of me washing the dishes right now, or do I rather face the consequences of washing the dishes tomorrow, you know? And it's like, okay, the consequences of me washing the dishes right now is I'm gonna wash the dishes. I may be a little tired. I may be just making it up on my head because I don't want to wash the dishes. And then I'm gonna go to sleep. Those are my consequences. If I don't wash the dishes, my consequences are they're gonna be mad at me. There's gonna build up tension. It's gonna be, I'm not gonna be, you know, 18. I'm gonna be anxious because I'm like, oh my God, I know I should have done this, but I'm a rebel and I don't want to do it. You know, and literally sometimes it is just that. I'm just a rebel and I don't want to do what you want me to do. Don't buzz me around, right? And sometimes I need to, you know, tame myself a little and be like, it's okay, we're rebels, we don't want to do what people want to tell us. But I would rather face the consequences of toning down my rebelness instead of facing the consequences. There's two little birds sat on the window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. Okay? The world is not gonna crumble. It's not. Sometimes I like to go to worst case scenario to calm myself. You know, be like, worst case scenario is really not that bad. And worst case scenario is also unlikely. 1919. Worst case scenario is really not that bad, and worst case scenario is also unlikely. Okay? Like, think about this. Sometimes I feel like I'm really scared of getting hurt or really scared of facing consequences, right? And, you know, sideways, you know, like little parentheses. And I do believe that the reason why most people in Western culture feel scared or averse or feel resistance towards, admitting we were wrong, it's because when we were little, if we made a mistake, we were reprehended. Which basically wires in our brains like making mistakes puts me in danger. And we can't avoid making mistakes. If there's a constant variable in the world, it's change, and it's mistakes. One thing that we're all going to make, that we have to make, is mistakes. Okay? And I know the first thing you feel when you make a mistake is like, oh my god. It's like this, oh, I did something, right? Sit with it for a second. I can almost guarantee you, if you pop out of yourself and think about this logically, the fear you are feeling about making that mistake is unfundamented. But because even in the worst case scenario, sometimes it's not even that bad. You may be scared of confrontation, I get it. You may be scared of arguing, I get it. You may be scared just because, I get it. I get it. But think about it logically. Sometimes the repercussions of not washing the dishes, oh my god, is my face getting grayer as I go? Sometimes the repercussions of not washing the dishes are not that bad. Worst case scenario is not really that bad, and it's also incredibly unlikely. Okay? I'm gonna leave it here. Takeaways: stop self-sabotaging. If you're lazy or if you're procrastinating, there's a reason for that. Obviously there's time for rest, and you need to know when you're resting and when you're procrastinating. Be accountable for yourself. If you want a life for yourself, know what you're doing with your life, Sometimes it's just time to just do it.